In China, alcoholism is considered a non-issue. A straw poll on the street will reveal that while most people understand narcotics addictions, they believe alcoholism only affects foreigners.
With the development of various performing arts, jesters were not limited to the court and moved to ply their trade elsewhere. In the Song dynasty, political satire became all the rage, where people could criticize the harsh policies of the prime minister under the emperor's protection.
The police chased them off with loud noises, using firecrackers, riot guns, and even grenades. Using actual force with the animals would be dangerous to the elephant's survival, and possibly, due to their massive size, the survival of the perpetrator.
During Beijing Tianjin Games, Tianjin fans often throw live green turtles at Guan players because of the similarity in color to the lime green of Guan jerseys. Fans from opposing teams have often been caught throwing burning rival jerseys onto the pitch.
You'll need the ability to forge yourself into a semi-superhuman via the most brutal training on Earth. Most of us, mere mortals, are out of the running straight away. In China, if you haven't flown a fighter plane for a minimum of 600 hours, you can forget about becoming an astronaut.
Although Hailu knew he wanted to be a woman, he knew nothing about the potential options, such as hormone replacement therapy or SRS, only identifying as transgender after reading a book.
In the 34 years that passed since that day, Wang has been trying to justify his actions, convincing himself that Gu must have been guilty of something, but his inner turmoil continued. His tenure has seen more than its fair share of monsters, bloodthirsty killers, not to mention callous bombers. All dangerous criminals he helped catch.
If Chinese TV is bad, then there are reasons for it. That is to say that, relatively speaking, TV in China is in its infancy, particularly for entertainment purposes.
Maternity traffic has become an important part of the local economy. There are about 30 countries in the world that grant citizenship upon birth, with Canada and America the most popular for Chinese, but few countries look kindly on this path to citizenship. From there, the crew drop further into the abyss, where sparse invertebrate life forms contorted by pressure, isolation, near-freezing water, and darkness scratch out a meager existence near the bottom of the Earth's surface at 6,000 meters below sea level.
You cannot leave everything to the market, so government has a very critical role to play. Set the rules, set the caps and the standards to guide and regulate the market. It cannot be either or, it has to be the two together. These temples are magnificent, but there was no Buddha or Buddha's way in them. They are hollow. This is what happens in the downfall era of Buddhism.